All right, y'all. One day I'm gonna look back on this day. Today is August 16th, 2023. One day I'm gonna look back at this particular video and I'm gonna get a real kick out of it. This is my first, this is going to be my first YouTube video. And I just got off the phone with my older sister. Check out her YouTube channel, Kalinda Can Cook. And she just said, stop overthinking it and just doing it. Just do it. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm just open QuickTime and hit record on this thing. Now, over time, I will actually learn how to do these videos. I'll take the courses that I need to take, um, learn as I go, but you guys get to go on this journey with me. My name is Derek Green, but that's kind of irrelevant. I spent 21 years in the United States Army, um, partially in the active duty Army, finished off in the Alaska National Guard. And in that 21 years, I learned how to be a soldier. I learned how to become the bootstrap veteran. Not only being in the military, but also growing up in Fort Pierce, Florida, I feel that life gave me an unfair advantage as I go all in on life right now. And that unfair advantage is that life dealt me these pocket aces. If you don't know what aces are, or if you're unfamiliar with those, aces are from the Adverse Childhood Experiences Study. It's a series of childhood adversities that I've gone through. The original 10, I went through all 10 of those, and then they extended that scale in Philadelphia, and I went through seven of those eight that they on that extended scale. So, up of the 18, I've endured 17 of those, and I'm still living and still standing here today. What does it have to do with this channel? I'm an entrepreneur, I'm an author, I'm a father, and right now, at this stage in my life, with my birthday coming up in 2 days on August 18th, that'll be my 43rd birthday. Life is kind of kicking me in the teeth right now, or at least that's the way I felt for about the last month after a business venture that I have down in Sanford, Florida went south. With that feeling of life kicking me in the teeth, I came back up to Alaska, kind of moped around a little bit, trying to get my bearings, trying to get my feet under me. But then I had to wake up and realize who I am, remember who I am, and just take an assessment and evaluation of what I actually have. Eric Thomas, who's one of my mentors, that I YouTube mentors, let's put it that way, although I have met the man, has this quote. And Eric Thomas says, start where you are with what you have because what you have is plenty. And you know what? As I laid in bed early in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, thinking, that's exactly what I started to do. I started to take stock of what I actually have. And that's the inspiration for starting this channel. Now, the bootstrap veteran thing, this was a concept that I had from a couple years ago where I wanted to go down and expand the business. And I was trying to understand, how am I supposed to do that? I keep being told to bootstrap, 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 and I don't even have boots at that point. And so I came up with this concept. I hired somebody to do a logo for me, and it's just been sitting and waiting now for over 2 years, and just decided to launch this thing today. But start where I am with what I have, because what I have is plenty. Where am I? I've already told you I'm in Alaska. I'm turning 43. So some would argue that's like a midlife or close to midlife area. I have spent 21 years in the military, but you know what? Starting where I am right now, financially in a hole, thanks to what happened in that Sanford location, and I take full responsibility for the position that I'm in now, because you're always going to have crappy people in life that feel it's their job to constantly teach you lessons and to put you in your place. And those people I've encountered in my entire existence, whether that's growing up in Fort Pierce and you get bullied, whether that's going into the military and you have certain leaders that feel it's their responsibility to beat you down, to make you stronger, whatever they need to feel or whatever they need to say to justify their action of being a crappy ass human being. And whether that talk within the business world, where there's people in the business world that may say stuff like, well, life didn't give me no break, life didn't give me no chance. Well, first of all, that's bullshit. But second, let's just go ahead and say that um, I still stand as a man and take responsibility for my life and who I am and where I am right now. What I have. As I laid in bed, I started thinking about the things that I have and what this series of videos are going to be. My intent is actually to do this on a daily basis, kind of like a video journal. For people that become subscribers, as I continue this journey, that's a plus, that's a bonus. Sure, I would love to be able to monetize this because it's another thing for me to learn how to actually do. It's another challenge for me because I haven't interacted in the YouTube world. I've been doing Facebook Live videos for a long time, but this is a new space for me. But back to the point. This is intended to be essentially like a video journal as I demonstrate in real time, in real life, how to come from rock bottom, which is kind of where I am right now, and take yourself up. You guys follow me as far as this journey will actually go until dirt's being put on my casket to see where I can start from. One of my motivations for that is listening to all of these mentors that I have on Facebook or that I've met in real life. Listening to people like Eric Thomas, who will say that he slept in a abandoned building, and that he ate out of trash cans. Listening to people like Les Brown, born in Liberty City on a hard linoleum floor, called a dumb twin all his life, and he was able to actually step up and stand up out of that. Listening to people like Alex Hormozy, who attained wealth and then lost it all and had something like $1,000 something, $1,036 or something like that in his bank account, and now has a net worth of over 200 million with his wife Layla. Listening to people like Grant Cardone, who overcame their substance abuse and other things that they had going on in life to excel and propel themselves now to where they're billionaires. Do I have aspirations to be a billionaire? I have an aspiration to make the best of my life and to use my life for its purpose, which I feel is to help you and to help that person that connects with this video to actually make the most out of their life. So, what do I have? First, I have life. That was something that came to me this morning as I laid there was, dude, I'm awake again. I could lay down there and bitch, whine, moan, and complain. Yes, I have severe sleep apnea. I'm a 90% service connected disabled veteran. I have X, Y, and Z. You know, the debts and the debtors calling, or this thing. The investors want to know what's going on over here. The public wants to know what's going on over here. The people over here want to complain, blah, blah, blah. The bottom line is, what I came to realize is that there's somebody out there in this world right now that would absolutely love to have the life that I have right now exactly as it is. They would trade it with me in a heartbeat. Not only that, but there's another group of people, maybe some of those are included in this, but there's a group of people out there that would take this life that I have under the circumstances that I have right now, and they would rock this thing. They would take it and they would accelerate it. They would take this life and make the absolute most of it. So what I've done is surround myself by the people, whether that's in physical presence by going to mastermind groups or going to coaching and seminars or just YouTubing. I've surrounded myself with the type of people that have the mindset that understand that when life kicks you in the teeth, you have to get back up. You have to get back up with the tenacity and the perseverance or the grit of a Tammy Duckworth or of a David Goggins. You have to get back up. And if life knocks you down 100 times, damn it, stand back up 101. If 90% of businesses fail, you have to be willing to open 91 businesses so that you can actually succeed. Because guess what? You only actually have to get it right once. So back to what I have, life. It's a beautiful thing, life. I have family. I'm a father of 4. I have 4 beautiful kiddos, right? One just turned 20 in June, and she's back in college right now. And I'm super excited for her. I have a 10-year-old, as the making of this video, a 10-year-old, an 8-year-old, and a soon-to-be 6-year-old. And I'm proud of all of them, and I love them dearly, dearly. So I owe it to them, not just to myself, but I owe it to them to stand up and show what I'm supposed to be doing, what a man is supposed to do in this world. I have a responsibility to my 3 daughters, and I have a responsibility to my son to show them how to stand up after life kicks you in the teeth. Because if I don't, then I'll be raising kids that'll just lay down there and let life stomp all over them. I have some friends, right? So I have some people that, as life began to kick me in the teeth, I was able to reach out to say, hey, listen, this is happening right now, right? Now, things got dark for me for a little bit. They really did. This situation that happened, I was not anticipating it the way that it went down. And all of my planning and analysis within the business and everything else, I did not anticipate the stuff that happened the way that it went down. But it is what it is. Who in the hell is going to cry about it, and who's going to shed a tear for me with everything that happened? But reaching out to those friends and being able to have people that could put a hand on my shoulder, or be able to say, bro, let's go grab a beer, or hey, I'll come over there and sit down with you, man. We can talk this thing through XYZ. Shout out to Israel Duran, and Kelvin Guzman and a couple of other people in there. But these friends that reach out that say, man, you got this, and we can stand back up and we can push forward in this thing. I appreciate y'all and I love y'all. Within that same realm, I have a network, that network of people, including Joseph Mendoza. Shout out for the shirt. Thank you, JoJo. Right. Um, Tim Story, people at levels that I never anticipated. Growing up in Fort Pierce, Florida, I never thought I would meet people like Tim Story. I never thought I would stand and shoulder to shoulder with people like Eric Thomas. Are you kidding me? I never thought I'd stand and listen to James Barber sing and belt out notes as if God handed him his voice personally, and had him sign for it or something like that. Like, it's a beautiful thing. This network, Myron Golden and others, a lot of other people in this network. So what does that give me? It gives me resources. Tony Robbins has a quote that says, it's not that you don't have the resources, it's that you lack resourcefulness. So if I have this network with all these resources, right? Shout out to one of my mentors, General Mike Bridges, retired, that essentially told me one day is that I don't have the money in my bank account, but the money is out there, it's just in somebody else's bank account. What value can I add to that person's life so that I will be able to get the thing that I need to propel my life to the next level? It's a simple question. Answer that question for yourself. What value can you add, or can you contribute to this world such and so that people will actually pay you at a fee that you determine you're actually worth or valued at, so that you can live the life that you desire to live and take care of your family at the level that you desire to take care of your family? That's the power of a network and being able to be resourceful. I'm standing here right now, I still have the internet. And the fact that I have the internet in 2023, and I have a Mac that I'm standing in front of, and I have an iPhone over here, this little doohickey, right? That gives me infinite power. There's more power in this thing than what powered the original shuttles that went off into space. So if I'm going to stand and whine and cry in 2023 without at least giving this thing a fighting chance, like, seriously, start where you are with what you have, because what you have is plenty. Again, someone would take the resources that I have at my disposal right now and they would rock it. Somebody would take the resources, for instance, this whole thing that happened in Sanford, Florida, which I can't speak in detail of because it involves a lawsuit and everything else. And the plaintiff is trigger happy on the defamation side because, you know what, I can't even complete that statement because they'll get all sensitive and want to sue me again or file another motion. Point being, somebody would love to step into the shoes that I'm standing in right now, and they would use that. They would write a book, they would make a movie, or they would launch a YouTube channel or something like that to actually show and demonstrate to other entrepreneurs, especially those in the veteran realm, what it takes to actually get out there and to build a successful business. Now, I do have a successful business, and that takes me to another thing. I have a successful business. I have a successful brand. It's called Waffles and Whatnot. If you haven't seen it yet, you can check me out on Facebook, wafflesandwhatnot.com. You can even go to Food Network and check me out on Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives, or you can check me out on Guys Grocery Games. I've been to both of them, and I'm crazy excited for it. That's a blessing. That is an absolute blessing to be in the position that I'm in right now, where quite literally, as I took my my daughter to school today, so we can figure out what courses, who's her teacher and all that kind of stuff, somebody in the parking lot is like, oh my God, I just watched you on Guys Grocery Games. Ah! That quite literally happened 2 hours ago. So why sit down in the dumps when I have resources like that, when I have people that have my back and they're excited to see me, meet me, talk with me about different things? I can't wait to try your food or to come into the restaurant or blah, 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 blah. That's an opportunity, people. That's an opportunity. I have my health. Yes, I said that I'm 90% service connected disabled veteran. What that means, though, is that I understand there are some things that happened to me over my 21 years of military service that I need to take care of, and I need to take better care of myself. So, shout out to Dr. Glenda Davis, who is helping me to actually defeat diabetes. I've been able to drop my A1C by 4 whole points, right, using her protocol. If anybody wants more information about Dr. Davis and her Defeat Diabetes Challenge, you can either go directly to her or you can reach out to me for that affiliate link. Thank you for that if you do. But I'm getting my health, not just the physical health, but the mental health, my spiritual health, in alignment with my purpose in life and what I feel my intention is actually here to do. I have the ability to use a voice. I have a voice, right? Now, my first wife, God rest her soul, she died of cancer. But I don't have a singing voice because she used to say I sound like Kermit the Frog. And some people might agree, right? So God didn't give me a voice for a reason because he knows if he gave me a voice like Usher or Teddy Pendergrass or somebody like that, man, I have kids all over this planet. And that's not. He had a higher purpose for what it is that he wants me to do. This voice here, though, my intention is to take all of the experiences that I have in here, all of the knowledge that I've gained over these years, these decades, these more than 4 decades that I've been on this planet, and to take all of those experiences, including everything that I learned from the ACEs, things like how to deal with childhood sexual trauma, witnessing substance abuse, witnessing gang violence or violence against your mom, witnessing community issues, growing up poor, being in the military, feeling unworthy, being suicidal, nearly taking your own life, all these various things, starting a business, failing in business, starting another business, failing in business, starting again, failing again, learning how to focus, pick a pigeon. We're going to go over pick a pigeon, but learning how to really structure your life for success. These are things that I know. One thing I promise you on here, I will do my absolute best to only speak about things that I know, things that I've experienced, things that I've gone through, things that are related to me incredibly close, like I have that first contact with to actually get the answer from. Not a bunch of hearsay, and I don't look at regurgitating a bunch of stuff that other people have already said. I look at bringing value to your life. And if I don't bring value to your life, don't hit that subscribe and like button. If I don't bring value to your life, please leave it in the comments. Let me know. Let me know what is it that I can do to add value to your life, because my intention is to use my life to add value to yours. This shirt is all about your mindset, right? I'm here to help you get your mind right, because life, when it kicks you in your teeth, that's a physical thing, right? Sometimes it's a spiritual attack. It can put you down on the ground. But man, if you got your mind right, if you have your mind right, you can get up. I have a roof over my head. I'm blessed to have a house. I have food on the table, food in my belly. I'm good. I'm resilient. It's all get out. Just thank you. I thank God. I thank life. I thank the universe. I thank the creator. I thank Yahweh. I thank whoever it is that you worship, whoever it is that you need to give thanks to, whoever or whatever it is. You need to go hug a tree, go hug a tree. You need to go to the synagogue, go to the synagogue and give praise over there. Whoever it is, I don't discriminate. I'm just thankful and grateful. So every day when I wake up, I make sure to give thanks, literally before my feet hit the ground, to give thanks for another day of my eyes being open and being able to actually get out of the bed. Because you know what? As cancer riddled my wife's body, and I watched her transform from a 33-year-old woman to a 90-year-old woman over the course of 6 years. At some point, she wasn't able to get out of the bed anymore. And at some point, she wasn't able to use her voice anymore. At some point, all the wisdom that she had trapped in her brain, life locked it away. She was not able to share any of that with anyone anymore. Not able to write, not able to talk, not able to sing, not able to do anything, because that's life. And life's not fair. It's not meant to be fair. So you'd be wise to adjust. Same thing with my mom. As my mom was on her deathbed, with all of the wisdom that my mom put out there into the world and us kids as we were growing up, at some point, at some point, life also took her voice. Life took her ability to get out of the bed. Life caused this disease where I watched my mom just sit there in pain. Just, it was like rigor mortis had set in before she was even dead, and just painful to the touch. I can't even fathom what it feels like to be trapped in your body like that and in pain at the same time. But that is life. Those are the type of people, though, that have helped me become more resilient. Those people, you cannot be a cancer caregiver for 6 years and watch somebody battle day after day after day after day for every breath that they have, or they battle just to hold their food down and not learn or pick up some of that resiliency. And I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for everything that I've been through in life. And one of my greatest gifts is the ability to see clarity in chaos, right? I've always been one of those people that when the world is falling to absolute crap around me, I gain clarity while everybody else is panicking. In the middle of that tornado, I'm that person. This is part of the reason why I became a military policeman. I always thought it was cool that you see that there's a poster from way back in the day, and you see these tanks from World War II, these tanks approaching this intersection, and they're scanning for the enemy, they're scanning for Germans. And out at this intersection is a military policeman standing there directing the tanks. Because we got there and are able to direct traffic. We need to let people know where to go. We see clarity in chaos, and we're willing to get out there and jump into the fire. And probably my number one attribute is ideation. I am an idea machine, but I'm not just an idea machine. I'm also a person that puts actions behind their ideas, right? So I take informed action when I have a good enough or great enough idea. And that is a beautiful thing. There are a lot of people that have ideas. There are a lot of people that have amazing ideas. They just never act on them. So right now, I'm kind of running loops around some of those people because I acted on ideas and was able to resist or to persist through the negativity, through the doubt, through the pain, through all of it. You know, the ridicule. Dude, you're walking away from 17 years of active duty service to go sell waffles? What? You're 3 years away from a retirement for the rest of your life, from a pension. Are you stupid? Yeah, I'm stupid. Because I asked myself a question. What could I do if I dedicated 100% of my time and effort to myself? Not to the US Army, not to that thing or that thing or that thing, to Derek Green, finding my purpose and understanding my purpose and then living in and executing against that purpose. And there are a lot of people that I encounter across this country as I go to different conferences and speaking engagements or mastermind groups or things like this, where a lot of people don't know how to find their purpose. A lot of people don't know how to walk in their purpose. And a lot of people don't literally know how to focus. They just don't. Back to Pick a Pigeon as promised. Long time ago, a mentor of mine, General Mike Bridges, said to me, he said, you know what, Derek, you come up with some amazing ideas. You're incredible, right? You think just like beautifully. You know what your problem is? You're like a hungry falcon, and all these ideas are a flock of pigeons. And the problem is you keep going after the entire flock. It's not until you learn to single out one pigeon, pick a pigeon, go up, kill that one, set it on the ground if you want to, eat it, whatever you want to do. But go kill that one pigeon, and then you can go back up in the air and get the next one. And you know what? It took me a while to actually understand that, to truly get that, to cement in my mind what he meant. But damn it, I got it. And now that I got it, I actually teach others how to get it, how to develop focus. Because without focus, you will fail. And you will fail time and time and time and time and time again because you don't know how to focus. You don't know how to develop that sight and to pick a pigeon and to go after that one pigeon. And you don't know how to establish the value of going after that one thing so many times, just repeating that process so many freaking times until it's like numbing you. But eventually you succeed. Eventually you get to the other side of it. You have to be willing to be an idiot long enough to become a genius. You have to be willing to endure the ridicule long enough to actually step in and embody who it is that God intended you to be, or who it is that your creator, I say God, your creator, whoever you want to call it, you have to be willing to be the idiot long enough to actually become who it is that you're supposed to be. So I became the bootstrap veteran. I became that guy, and I am this guy that is going to use my life's experiences to help you get your life on track. That's what I'm here for. I appreciate you. Right now, this video today doesn't have a format. It's just me talking off the cuff. I'm an extemporaneous speaker. I enjoy it, but I do understand that I have to learn structure when it comes to these YouTube videos so that I can make sure that I'm constantly putting out quality content for the people that need it. I would greatly appreciate it at whatever point in this journey that you see this video, whether it's a week from now, a year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, please leave it in the comments. Let me know, because, a year from now, months from now, I'll have a team helping me with this probably. Let me know how I can be of service to you and how I can use the experiences of my life to help you get your life on track. I greatly appreciate you. Yeah, this is the first video. I don't even have what do you call it, an outro? I don't have an outro for the video yet. I don't have anything yet. But you guys will get to watch this journey. Everything will come together, and I intend on leaving all of the videos up so y'all can watch this journey in progress for me. Oh, what else do I have? I told y'all I have the Mac, but I also have things like this cool, what is it, Yeti? Blue Yeti mic. Because years ago when I started doing Facebook Live videos, somebody told me that my mic quality wasn't that great and that I needed to step my game up. So I invested in a microphone. I have a camera also, but I think it's like the C90 or something like that. I don't freaking, that's a Logitech camera that everybody uses. I do have a camera, but it's down in Florida. I'll have to order another one. Anyway, listen, truly, I thank you guys. I'm grateful for whoever sees this. But more importantly, Derek Green, the guy staring at me through this camera, I'm grateful for you for having the testicular fortitude to actually hop on this camera and to stop talking and start walking, to make this YouTube video, to make the first one, and to actually put it out there and to launch it. I'm proud of you, bro. I'm really proud of you. The 42-year-old me is proud of you, and the 43-year-old you that you're going to become in just a couple days is also incredibly proud, So anyway, much love and appreciation. Y'all have a great night and or a great day or whatever time it is wherever you are. And I'll see you on the next video.